Hello, everybody, welcome. It was a psychic investigator, hella hot. Everybody, welcome. It was a psychic investigator. So, guys, I just want to do an update on a quick topic. So, it's not, is it really an update? I don't know. But the point is that I want to know what's going on with the World Cup because I end up I when I came here to Brazil, I bought a ticket that you can reschedule, right? So every month or so, I end up rescheduling for the next month, and I spent a lot of money as a result because it's at first I got the ticket for Christmas time, which is always the most expensive. But then, long story. So when I went to do the ticket for June, it's like mid June, mid to late June. Let's just say it it was a lot. I had to pay a lot more. Doesn't matter how much, but the point is that, of course, summer is high season to go to the US, right? And then as I'm reading this about the World Cup, I'm like, oh, well, that's why. That's why I forgot. The World Cup. Well, I remember that. So I find it interesting. And so I like to know what's going on with the World Cup because you guys know, if I think the US is maybe the only country that does not care about soccer as much as everybody else does. So it's a huge sporting event for fans. It's a huge sporting event for countries and for brands. Okay. So what's happening, and then it's been in the news for a while, is that the demand is very low and people are just simply not going. And there is I didn't even know this. There's the US asked for some kind of bond, like you were supposed to put down like $5,000 or $10,000. It's crazy to me. Like, and countries do that because they want to bring tourism. They want to promote there's a lot of reasons why it's positive for a country to do that, right? But we have a situation, right, where the Trump doesn't care and it's really very negative. And of course, the people, like, I remember Brazil had World Cup here. Brazil is a huge country for soccer, by the way, because you probably know this. But like, the idea, like, the tickets for those World Cup matches are so expensive. I've never in my life considered ever going to anything like that because it's a fortune. It's very, very, very expensive. So the idea that the people, so in other words, the people who can afford to buy these tickets are really wealthy for the most part. And these are the people that are not going to be okay with, like, being treated like, being arrested or whatever, especially if you're from, like, right? We're not stupid. We know that they're targeting people who look like us or have those, speak Spanish, especially in Brazil, I'm sure too. Let's speak Portuguese, but right. So the people that are wealthy, the wealthy upper classes from these countries, are not going to want to go to the US under these conditions. Why? And I think also the same applies to Europeans, right? And other countries. Basically, if sporting events attract the wealthiest people, these sort of like World Cup, right? It's for the wealthiest people from each country to come and enjoy themselves. They're not going to want to have that experience. Why should they? They have, they could just very well be home and watch it on television. Why they don't need to suffer, right? And that's what's happening. So let's do the protection. I want to know, is there going to be a consequence even, right? So I like to ask for protection. A beautiful ray of light coming on top of my head as I breathe in. I feel my lungs. As I breathe out, I create a circle. I create a circle. I step into it. I step into it. I feel protected. I feel connected. I like to ask that information come only from the highest sources that create the good and all the good, and so it is. I don't. By the way, I don't know how the dates on top of my head here. I know it's June, July usually. June, July is the summer. So June, July, maybe August, something like that. So what's going to happen with the World Cup in the US? Let's see. No, not prepared. Teams can't come, couldn't secure visas. We're going to have to delay. And then I see Trump having to leave. It's a mess in the US, right? It's saying in the way there's this kind of like a civil war, but not exactly a civil war in the sense of like extreme violence, but it's the government that is at a war with the citizens and the country. So chaos is the goal. And so I see organizations from different, like I see a lot of them being very concerned because there's not enough. I think there's no infrastructure and they just can't guarantee that they'll get their players there ready. It's saying it's not working. They're making it very complicated and saying they wanting, and it's saying it's ironic, right? But they're wanting a lot of bribes to make the simplest things happen. So, okay. Wow. Okay. So okay, I have a question. Does this mean it will be canceled for this year or will it be delayed? It's saying that as it approaches, and we're approaching it, as we get closer, it's clear that they can't. It'll be like a nightmare. Imagine for all these hotels to have to. It's like to have to re like return the money and all that. Like a lot of businesses are going to suffer because they plan for this. And but it's saying that the country. Wow. Okay, so the U.S. may have to give back the money to the whatever committee because it hasn't done it's right. The country that commits to the doing a World Cup has to have things ready. And it's saying the US is making it very hard for the thing to happen from anywhere from visa situations to like just not having things ready because of the government, right? The trash government. So I see, and then I see that Trump has leaving as this is happening, as the collapse is happening. So I think it could be delayed. Okay, maybe that's a question to ask. Okay, let me just. It's like, is it going to be delayed for this year, or is just going to be canceled? Okay, so okay, all right. So let me get started. Let's do for that, right? Let cancel protection with your light coming up my head as I breathe in. I feel my lungs. I feel that I've created a circle. Step into it. Step into it. I feel protected. I feel connected. I like to ask that information come only from the highest sources that create the good and only the good, and so it is. Okay. All right. Let's get started. So, what's happening with the World Cup? They're going to have to cancel a lot of match. It's saying it will be chaos and a lot of financial losses. There may be a few, but I feel like honestly, it's going to have to be canceled. So, what's happening? You know what? It's actually showing me the example of the Munich Olympics. Was in Munich that there was the terrorist attack thing. There's some of these events that have massive cancellations. And I'm actually seeing the face of the Spanish prime minister, and he does not want it to happen. But Spain is another country where people are crazy about soccer, so he's not going to cancel it. But then I see him saying, "Well, the event canceled itself. We didn't have to do anything about it. I didn't have to risk my popularity because fans would have been angered." Okay, because of this, if it had come to pass that way. So let's see. So what's going to happen, or let's just say this first part of the question, what's going to happen with the World Cup? And then the other part of the question is delayed or canceled. Okay, so let's see. All right, so interesting. Let's see. You know what? Let's see if I can push it. Oh, I can't quite see it all. Hold on a second. No, am I seeing it correctly? Okay, let's put it in the middle. Okay, so all right, quit now. Quick Pro help each other out. executing plans, uh, impasse, financial. There's some financial issue. So financial impasse. That's how I would read this. Wife means business partners. And as I was saying before, how the World Cup has a lot of it's very important for a lot of brands, marketing and such. Okay, so now pleasure seekers, the cray cray people close to the administration, the crazies, right? This is not the soccer fans, by the way. It's just let the or information. This I wonder if this could even be a visa. Talked about it. Service people working for. Let's see one more card here. Okay, now this is the enemy in the environment. So you know what? Honestly, when I see this service and the enemy in the environment, for some reason it suggests to me. I wonder if they're planning something. You know, fake attack situation. But let's see. Just it doesn't necessarily have to mean that. It depends on what the other cards say. Okay, here we have opportunity, fighting disagreement, government, corporation, experienced person. Now, this also what I was saying before that it has an event of this magnitude needs to have experienced people working to make it happen, right? And it feels that um, it's not quite that. Deals, private, private, private disagreements here. I think here the Trump people and or the Trump family is there is fighting. I wonder if they're trying to get more privacy. Prison, interesting. Interesting. Prison. Okay, ideas or thoughts. Ideas or thoughts. Oh, person. Prison. Impasse. Honestly, I really even think because we have this card, this is a card of aggression, this is a prison card, that they're not guaranteeing that they're not able to secure the like the safety of the people who would attend. So it is a honestly, I mean, it's not shocking, right? There's this darkness surrounding their behavior and all of this, even. So okay, so let me just ask the next question. So the next part of the question is, will the matches actually take place? Right? Interesting. Interesting question. Will the matches take place? That's a way that we can look at it. Okay, so will the matches? Oh, I see again. It's making clear to me that there's a like little dots in the map of where the matches are going to take place. There's some that are crossed and some that have the circle, so they may have to cancel some. That's what I'm getting. Let's see what the cards say. So the question here is, okay, are these matches going to take place? And if not, why not? I didn't ask why not. Yeah, why not? Why not? It's saying the roads, it's like the infrastructure is blocked, and it's saying there's a lot of issues with flights. The flights are too expensive. There's chaos in the world, and that's making it for very hard for people to move around, to travel. Travel is complicated, especially during the summer. It's really hurting tourism generally, and this harms a lot of the World Cup. Okay, so then will the matches happen? Not right here. Moving on, disappointment. There's disappointment. People behind the scenes could be the organizers, resources. Wheel of Fortune upside down. There's issues, a lot of changes. For some reason, interesting, the resources conversation is happening here. Okay, hold on here. Interesting. This is options, but also a card of elections. Okay, crossroads making blocked. Or roads. Oh, that's right. Roads are blocked. This could also mean that. A lot of money here, resources, money. Okay, and letter, information, wheel it. I'm getting the word. What's that? There's a word in Israel. Event funny. It's called force majeure. So I wonder if there's something like that because of the. I wonder if something could happen here. Deals, happiness. Oh wow, ending. Okay, the people behind the scenes blocked. The mountain and the coffin here, man. Another one. Child, the beginning. The woman, younger woman. I wonder, does it have to do with EPS? Even interesting. So blocked. That's right, delayed. Ending. Let's see here. Oh, big prize. Big prize. Illness. Wedding deal. Like this is a part of deals. The man upside down. Now, let's see one more here for woman. Yeah, interesting. Okay, parties. So resources, man, child, the deals. A lot of disappointments. Multiple deals. Okay, so that's right. But it's interesting because here we have something that the plans seem to be obviously it's a very big deal. So it's a big deal situation. Then there's issues with people behind the scenes, blocked ending because of sickness. Now, I honestly, guys, I don't think it's the hantavirus. I think honestly, this could even indicate the sex issue because we had a child and then the younger women. So resources, lots of money, man, new beginning. The child, and it could even be Trump's children. I wonder, where they want money, then the wheel of fortune goes down. But this is very clear to me, this column here, that it's blocked. So let's see, what is that? What is being blocked? What is blocked here? There we can't get the teams there, and there is just too many complications. We can't be there on time. What is this illness? It's the sickness in the head of the bad people wanting to make a deal without make a deal, get a cut out of everything without delivering. So it's a total and by the way, the World Cup, FIFA is known as being a very corrupt organization. But even them, they find that it's like, well, we've done corruption before, but at least the governments have to deliver something. Here, it's just theft without providing anything. And they want us to pay extra to the children of Trump. And I see that there's chaos and Trump exiting and all that. So let's see. Okay, let's see where will Trump be as what will be Trump's situation as the World Cup starts. Okay, so what will Trump's situation, the Trump administration situation be like once as the World Cup starts, once it starts officially? Okay, so what will be? Just go on and see if dispersing kind of, oh, okay, he's just dizzy. And the whole thing is everybody's dizzy and kind of falling apart. There's no there, and they don't even know who to call. It's such chaos, it's in the country that there's not enough of a, like, they can't reach out to the government to help with all the issues related to the World Cup, which happens in every country, right? It's a very complex event. And I see Justin Macron being like, wow, that's bad, huh? Really trash? That's what ham. That's what ham. Okay, let's see. So where will the Trump government, where will the Trump government be as this? Wow, defeat. Interesting. Defeat. Hermit means, oh, that's right, he's hiding or in madness. Magician upside down can mean manipulation. Temperance upside down, chaos, but wanting to find right, moving towards balance. Like there has to be a balance. There has to be something has got to give. In other words, sun. Success or something coming out. Okay, travel, interesting. Foreign. Now this could mean changes. It could mean also flights, actually. Literally flights. Clouds, unclear. Okay. It's crazy. Work, woman. A lot of changes. Good. This is interesting. Right below the change here, the change. The man with the money. Okay. Payments. Let's see one more. Oh, military. There's the- okay. 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 It's telling me I'm getting something. It's telling me about let me write it down here actually, the stock market, the payments behind the scenes, stock market payments. Okay. Love. Now, love, I think in this case would be sex, waiting, expecting something, lies exposed, right? Okay, here we have foreign. Foreign woman waiting. Just one more here. Oh wow, look, soldier upside down attacks. Oh wow, legal issue again, upside down. So interesting. That's oh, military. See there. And just drink water. There's something going on here. Defeat comes out. Oh, this could be the war defeat even. Working. Love. Okay, love upside down, the legal stuff. Now I feel like this could lead to the connection to the Epstein files. Like we're doing all this distraction to hide the Epstein files. He is hiding Ermit upside down, kind of crazed. Foreign women, something related to foreign. This, because it's an older woman in this case, could even be Ghislaine. Woman waiting. Now here's attacks upside down. So there's something also like illegal related to the attacks, and the lies are exposed abroad. So I think it could definitely be both the EPS files and big. So there's two cards, big cards related to big changes. Then manipulation is exposed. The lies are exposed. The lies here. And here we have to find something's got to give. Behind the scenes, there's money related to the military, right? Foreign military. So it suggests, that's right, stuff, all of this is, it says, then it shows me Trump hobbled. Like the government is, he is stopped because I see all of this in front of him, and the stuff he's been trying to hide shows up in the thing. You know what guys, I haven't looked into this, but you know the guy Zampoli, that guy, he's married to a Brazilian model. I actually remember her face even from back in the day. And so she was trafficked. I didn't know that, right? We only found out recently by the EPS group. And she came out with the information about Melania. But I see the face of that guy, the Zampoli model agent. And remember how this is one of the weirdest things. I think Zampoli, he traveled to, was it in there was something related to one of these wars that he went himself. So he's very close to Trump now. And it's saying that Trump is holding him close because they're part of the secret about all of this and all of these men that they've been blackmailing and the women that have been trafficking. So, and I see that it goes all in front, including, and then the information about Ukraine, Putin collapsing. So, wow. And then I think this just shows me this whole thing falling apart. There is no there. So, okay, so I guess what I'm getting here is that we're like the government is just literally falling apart. Is that it? Like what? This is me to the government. This makes sense what I'm asking you. I'm just seeing these things collapsing. So how does this end? Because we need an end to this crap World Cup or not. Okay. Yeah. So if this government is falling apart, how does this end? How does this administration end, right? Because the chaos is apparent, but how does this end? Because all of this, the background for the World Cup, but how does this end? Because this is the thing that's causing all the problems pretty much in the world right now is this garbage. How does this end? Yeah, it shows me these like roaches. You know, if you spray the anti-roach, then they're like woo woo, and then like, but it's okay. That's not a good answer to how this end. Who it shows me again there is a plan in place for the country if the country falls apart, and this is what there's some kind of emergency plan. That's what I get. But let's see what the cards say. Okay, how does this end? Because clearly, okay, here, fake offer. Oh, look. Oh, has to, an offer. Guess would be an offer for him to leave. Somebody leaving. Money related, money issues abruptly. Interesting. Or he could make some kind of half-ass offer because I don't see Trump leaving. Like Trump would never abandon money. That's like air for him. That's how he lived is the demon. Okay, here's spy. Snake, right? Secret. Okay. Treachery. Related to finances. Okay, White House. Okay. All right, let's see. This is a lawyer. Man. Vision. Or illusion, actually. Trip. Something foreign. Or actually departure. Woman. One more card here. Woman, the White House. Interesting. Immediately I thought, is that Kamala? Because we have here the White House and the White House. Interesting. All right. Wow. And then I see in the background is okay. Melancholy. Okay. Gift. Now, again, gift could very well be corruption. Servant upside down, a fake servant, right? Um, Messengers. The messenger here comes out. Okay, so has to leave. Illusions. Oh, the fun. Woman in the White House. Okay, forced to leave. He was a fake servant. Treachery abroad. That's right, foreign treachery. The fake servant, messenger about the White House comes out. Okay, so and what takes place? What takes over from Trump if he leaves? What happens? Okay, what happens? What takes over from Trump? So what happens? See, I see him trying to put his son, I think Don Jr. in charge, but no, he has to go. Vance has to go. So what comes after Trump if he goes himself? Okay, comes after Trump. So that's right. Then I see, wow, interesting. This image of remote controls of the whole satellites, they're turned off. And then the Kamala. Interesting. Let's see. So what comes after Trump? If indeed that happens, that okay. Happiness, collecting something, new beginning. The White House, no beginning in the White House. Okay, good. Oh no, misfortune. That's right. Something has to burn down, right? This is true. Surprise, really? Surprise. Okay, the enemy. Okay, surprise, the enemy. Fortune. Enemy fortune. Okay. Okay, interesting. The scholar is the information, shady information. Okay, you know what I'm getting also? It's saying, Rosie, there is money they find related to Epstein and Trump. It's just, I mean, we know that information is a matter of doing something, right? So it's saying, finally. And I really don't think that it's here is a surprise. I don't feel like it's surprise letter. I don't think that whatever the, I don't think it comes from Congress. I think it comes definitely from the military or something, so-called deep state. So unexpected payments, letters, meeting, extreme concern. Oh wow, it's saying I'm seeing there he's transferring money to Russia directly from the treasury. Wow, now this could be the sexual stuff. Heartbreak. Cuts the man. Okay, that's good. Right? for good. Now the woman, yeah. So what changes? Okay, what changes? Like, how is it different from today? Because again, we've been at this. It's very awkward time because we know the guy is beyond like he's not actually. They stole everything, and then they're continuing to steal. So what changes? What is the difference? What comes out? Does it make sense? What is the thing that changes? I see that he's like the money. He's you see the money saying very sloppy. He's stealing all the money. He's giving. It's saying things start to collapse. He basically they're not governing, and okay, even the businessmen are starting to panic and to say, "Get this guy out now." And then somehow I really do see that the information about the election will have to come out so that those people like JD Vance will not take over, or Johnson, or so like the entire thing cannot okay cannot take over. So let's see what about Vance? What's going on with Vance? Just because it's good to catch up on him here. Oh wow, okay. It's there's something this the full start. I know negative judgments, sun stuff comes out. Everybody, but it's objective information, truth. Okay, money, interesting. Bank accounts, baby, child, young woman. Wow, really? That's that to me suggested yes. Hope below justice. Okay, health or resources of a country or organization boss, talking, friend, talking about his friends. I wonder if it's something coming out about Teal, okay, because I think he's also involved in the child stuff, okay. A chunk of money, theft, far away, pause. Like he can't do anything. So yes, it looks likely that he will have to. Here it comes out about so talking about women and lack of experience, even the boss, negative judgment about the boss and stealing. And he's got, they say they're all corrupt and involved in this. So it's a matter of time. And it's saying it's meant to be, it's written and all that. Just have to push, and it will it will happen. I know it's going to take a while, but that's what I'm getting for now. Okay, so this was interesting way that this arrived, that we got to this. Okay, all right. So thank you for watching, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.